Hi everyone, Assalamu alaikum. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. So in today's video, I am going to demonstrate how we can just use Cisco ISE with FortiGate firewall to authenticate Forti client VPN users. So what I am going to do, so first of all, I will configure FortiGate to use Cisco ISE as a radius server. Then I will configure FortiGate to do VPN authentication, Forti client VPN user authentication from ISE. So on ISE, I will be creating two groups. First group will be VPN admin group with this particular user, and the second group will be VPN operation group with this user. So the users which are authenticated, or the VPN client users which are authenticated from this group, will have full management access to the firewall. For example, they will be able to ping and access the firewall management. Okay. And the second group, the user which are authenticated from this group, will have limited access, like they will only able to ping uh, this firewall's management IP. So let's start from the firewall. So first I will configure radius authentication. I will go to user authentication, radius server. I will create a radius group. We'll name it as ICE underscore auth. I will specify method as path. Give my IP of my ICE server 192.168.95.130 and the password. Same password will be used in ICE under this firewall configuration. Okay, so saved. So there is one limitation on FortiGate GUI. So you cannot define source IP address for radius communication. So what I will do, I will go edit this radius server configuration, and here I will go to CLI, edit in CLI. So it will take me directly to this radius server authentication or radius server portion. So here I will define source, set source IP 192.168.195.1. So this is my management IP of the firewall. So this IP will be used for all the radius communication between firewall and us. And done. So now I will create two groups and connect these two groups with radius server, which I have created. So first of all, I will create group 1, will be named as VPN admin group. I'll copy the name. Under remote groups, I will add ISOauth and group name I will paste here. So this group name under this remote groups, this group name is very important because similar name or similar group name will be used in ISE while creating the policies. Okay, I will save. So now I will create second group. So it's the name, remote groups. I will select ISE and then group name. Okay. So next step is I will go to my SSL VPN settings, VPN, SSL VPN settings, and under this portal, okay, I will add these two groups. Both of these, the users from both of these groups will be authenticated, or the access is granted on the firewall, or the user authentic from this group can connect uh, with their VPN to this group. Okay, so I will select both groups and then give them full access. Like now I will create policies, two different policies for the two different groups. So first policy I will create for my admin group. I will name it admin group underscore policy. Incoming interface is SSL VPN, outgoing interface is management. Source will be my SSL VPN pool, and the user group is admin group, and the destination is firewalls management IP 192.168.195.1, which is this one. You can see here. And the service is which I will allow HTTP, HTTPS, and ping for my admin user. No NAT is required, and log all sessions. I will put this policy at top, and I will create second policy. Policy similar thing. Source SSL VPN, destination management, source will be SSL VPN group, user group will be operations group, destination will be FW management, and the service is ICMP. The user from this group can only ping more. Again, .NET, session all, and again I will put this on the top. Okay, so on firewall, my configurations are completed. Now we'll jump to ISE. So first of all, I will enable radius for my this firewall. This firewall is already there in the ISE network devices. So radius is already enabled. So you can, if you are using it, doing it for the first time, you can just jump into the device, click radius, and then put the password. The same password you used on FortiGate while configuring radius server. Okay, save. And this firewall is a part of device type Fortinet. Okay, so now I will create my groups, identities, user identities. So first I will create this one. Let's create group first. So then we can select group under the identity. So first create this group, paste, commit, and then second group. Now I will create identities. Time I'm already connected through my local VPN. Group already created. Now we create identities. The first identity will be this one. Radium user one, and password is this one. And here I will select my group VPN admin group and submit. Now I will create second user. Name, and then password. And from here I will select my second group. Okay. So now I will create policies. So go to policy results, I will create authorization profiles. So authorization profile for this VPN admin group. So I will name it as VPN admin group underscore profile. This portion is for Cisco devices. So as we are using non-Cisco Fortinet, so I'll go here, Fortinet, and these are the vendor specific attribute, radius vendor specific attribute for Fortinet. Okay. So if you are using Cisco ISE radius with any non-Cisco device, so you has to have this vendor specific attribute in your ISE dictionary. So here is my first profile. So I will show you the dictionary. So if you go to policy, then policy elements and dictionaries under system and radius and radius vendor. So all the vendors here, if your vendor is here, is in this list, then you will be able to find the attributes of that particular vendor while creating profile. Okay. By default, Fortinet is not there. Okay. You need to import a vendor VSA or vendor specific attribute file in Cisco ISE. So here is the link. So I will share this link with you. So these are the vendor specific attributes, radius vendor specific attributes uh, for Fortinet. Okay. And you can just copy this text, create a text file, save it on your desktop. Then nice, you go here and import. So once you import, you will be able to see Fortinet or any other vendor here. Okay. Once your vendor is here in this list, then you will be able to create the profiles. Okay. So now I will create my second profile for operations team. Operations underscore file. Then I will go here. Select book Fortinet group name and I will place it here. Now we'll create policies. So go to policy sets. Here I will create a policy for Fortinet underscore 48 underscore VPN. Under condition, I will select network device IP address, and here I will provide IP address of my firewall 192.168.195.1. It means any request, authentication request coming from this firewall will hit this policy set. Okay, and save. Now we'll go inside this policy set. Under authentication, I will create an authentication policy 48 underscore VPN underscore auth, and the condition would be network device type, and Fortinet, and use, and users will be authenticated from internal users. So the two groups I created on ISE, so are the on ISE are part of this internal user database or group. I will save it. Now I will create authorization profile. First authorization profile will be for VPN admin group. Okay. So I'll name it as VPN admin group underscore This is authorization policy. Condition would be if user is authenticated from this VPN admin group and the request is coming from network device type Fortinet, then assign this particular flow, this profile. Okay. And the second policy, authorization policy, will be like this, and underscore policy, similar condition but with different group name. So user identity group name, this time this group, and the request is coming from Fortinet use, and the profile will be operation group profile. Same. So how it works? If a user is authenticated from this group, so the request or the session will hit this authorization policy, and in return, ICE will inform Cisco FortiGate that this particular user is authenticated from this group, and you can assign the policy, you can assign this user session the policy which is created for this particular group. Okay. You remember we created policies with the same group name. Okay. So that's it. Let's try. I will disconnect my local VPN. I will try to connect with this user first. Denied. So let's try once more. So I will try to connect with my admin username and password, and connect. Okay, it is connected. That's good. Let's try to access firewall management. Yes, it is reachable. And let's try to ping, and it is pingable also. Okay. Now let's switch to other user group or other users from the other group, the operations. So using this group, we should only able to ping firewall management. Click connect. Yes, it is connected. Let's try ping. Ping is there. Now let's try to access firewall. On another tab. No, it is not there. So my policy, what I want to achieve, is done. So let's check ICE logs. So jump to ICE operations like logs. So you will see admin user 1 status authentication passed, OP user 1 status authentication passed. Okay, if I go to admin user 1, details. So user succeeded. This is the identity group from which user is authenticated. This is the authorization profile which is assigned. Okay. And for OP user, operation user, so this is the authentication policy. This is the authorization policy. This is the group, user group, or sorry, profile. This is the identity user group. And this authorization profile is assigned to this. So this authorization profile is assigned, and under this authorization profile, the group name OP user group is sent to FortiGate, and ISE tells FortiGate that the user is authenticated from this particular group, so you can assign the particular policy related to this group to the user. Okay. Thank you for watching. Hafiz.